What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner. I just came back from the gun range, doing some shooting, exercising my Second Amendment and God-given rights, because this is America, the greatest country on the planet. It's out there like Yosemite Sam. Yeehaw! I'm the most rootin'est, tootin'est, shootin'est. Now, let me tell you something. I know the Constitution, so you can't tell me anything. I can shoot what I want to shoot when I want to shoot. Okay? Now, greatest country on the planet, America. Now, getting back to the point at hand, I'm here to talk about the greatest enabler in our society. Now, you would think that it would be maybe government assistance. No. You would think that it might be, say, people. No, it's not people. It's really an idea. The greatest enabler in our society is liberalism. That's what it is. See, because what liberalism does is it walks around looking for people that feel like they've been disenfranchised, feel like they are a victim, or even possibly are victims, but instead of dealing with these things on a case-by-case situation, liberals and progressives try to inflate it and make it a national issue and say this is applicable to everybody in every situation, and everybody needs to be dealt with gentle care, okay? They overcompensate to the point where people now become enabled. Now, what do I mean by that? Human beings are very observant. They look around in society and they say, okay, what works that would make my life a little easier? Okay, what would soften the blow if I'm ever in a pickle? What would allow me to take the easy route, the less resistance to inertia, the less resistance to anything that's hard that I have to go through, right? I mean, it's just natural. Think about it like this. You ever seen a kid who might be in school and the kid is acting up and somebody say, look, you need to sit your little butt down and pay attention and stop falling out on the floor, kicking and screaming. And then somebody steps in and goes, now don't talk to them like that. You know what? They have a bad day. Sometimes they're they stay up late at night. And then maybe sometimes what they really need is just a little more time to, adjust once they get to school. What they need is a good swift kick in the butt. But because you have an advocate that runs in and says, don't do that. Don't say that to them. Be nice. What happens is that kid says, I have an advocate. I have someone that will step in between when I should be doing what I'm supposed to do and will fight on my behalf, even if I'm wrong. So now when you look at the way liberals have just invaded our society, to where they make it seem like everybody is a victim. They walk around looking for every individual group that they can say, what's your problem? Tell us about it. We'll go to the media. We'll fight on your behalf. We'll picket. We'll come out and march. We'll shut down businesses. We'll do whatever we have to do to make society bend around your feelings. And see, it's not that people should not have rights. But when liberals step in, they give people additional rights. And if you don't be careful, society will look at this and say, okay, either I'm going to take every situation, and because they've reinforced the fact that if anybody says anything to you that makes you feel uncomfortable, it's offensive. Now, all of a sudden, society becomes hypersensitive to every case. They might interpret every statement, every look, every approach, every discipline as, oh, this is racism. Or you got those other people who says, what can I get away with? And when I'm caught, then I will yell racism. For example, we all know that police brutality has happened in the past and still sometimes probably does happen. But when you have overreactions by the liberals who are going out there, and the left, the media, who are using this stuff to push agendas, what happens is now you get fakers. Now you get people like what's been going on lately, people crying wolf. I don't know if you've been following current events, but there's been a lot of black people who've been getting pulled over, and for some reason, they have forgotten that the police wear body cams now, and They're yelling about the officer fondled me, or the officer threatened to take me out the car and beat me. The officer was mean to me. And then when they show the video, it finds out that they were lying, because they've now looked at society and said, we're living in a hypersensitive climate. I can pretty much get away with anything right now by just saying I'm black, and you can't say that to me. And if you don't like what I just did, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna complain about it, and then I'm gonna have all the news down here, and I'm gonna put it on YouTube, and then everybody gonna be like, yo, let's pick it and tear up stuff on my behalf. So what it does, it makes either people who have a job to do that involves interacting with people or disciplining people now become hypersensitive or scared to do their job. And at the same time, people who are legitimately wrong pulls out whatever card they have to pull out to get people off their back. Why? Because of the Democrats and this liberal movement and push into our society. Why do you think kids act up in school now? I remember when I was in school, I was so scared to death just to get caught chewing gum. They would be like, Kevin, is that gum? And I'd be like, I would swallow it before I would confess. Yeah, and if I happened to get a paddle, I'll never forget, I got a paddle in the 3rd or 2nd grade, something like that, for stepping in the snow. And I went to the office, and it was an accident. Somebody pushed me in the snow. And I went to the office, and I'm sitting there with some kids who were hardcore criminals. And I'm thinking to myself, this dude wrote graffiti on the wall. This guy, he got into a fight, and me, I'm a snow stepper. And the principal came out and saw us all and said, okay, all of you all are here to see me? I'm like, yeah. She said, okay, well, get ready. Come in my office. You're going to get a paddle. I said, paddle? Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on. Whoa. This man got into a fight, and that man wrote graffiti on the wall, and I'm a snow stepper. I'm getting a paddle for stepping on the snow? And sure enough, she gave me 7 swats. And I'm talking like a baseball player, too. She was winding up. Wham, wham. I took it like a grown man, went home, didn't even tell my mom, because I was scared that I was going to get beat again. Now, you take that out, and everybody becomes so sensitive and hypersensitive to all the kids. And what did the kids do? They start looking around and observing it like, wait a minute, we're untouchable. Anything that somebody says to us that hurts our feelings, we're going to cry woof. And now what you do is you enable the kids. They don't learn that there's consequences in life. And so they step out of school thinking that they're entitled. And when they get smacked in the face with real life, they don't even know how to handle it. That's where the snowflake generation come from. So you look at a lot of African Americans right now who's pulling that card when it comes down to getting pulled over by the police. So many cases, people have cried wolf now. And what this does is it really dilutes real cases of racism. It dilutes people saying, I'm going to go through society and be the best I can be, because what enablers do, it makes you take the easy route. Enablers say, you know what? I'm going to step in and give excuses for your behavior, because see, they don't understand. They don't understand your burden and what you go through. So I'm going to argue on behalf of you. And when people start seeing they got somebody like that, they will say, ooh, how can I get away with more? And that's what society has done right now. That is the greatest enabler to our society, liberalism. Think about it like this. The Me Too movement, okay? I always knew when it started, there's going to be somebody who abuses this movement. You got legitimate cases, but then you now start to get cases where, like Morgan Freeman, the CNN dropped out some information and defamation of this man's character. All because some lady says she was on, I don't know, in some place with him, and he's on the phone, I guess, talking to one of his buddies, and the guy's telling him that he's in some place that Morgan Freeman would like to be at. And he's like, man, now this lady's sitting across from him, and she's pregnant, I guess, and he said, man, I would love to be there. Well, she now has taken it as he was talking to me, only to find out he was talking about being at the place where his buddy was talking about. So now you all of a sudden are going to start getting people who saying, since society is enabling us and allowing us to just either take advantage of all of this hypersensitivity and all of this political correctness and all of this Me Too and all of this Black Lives Matter and all of this stuff that we all create in society, then I'm going to benefit off of it. I'm going to take advantage of it, And so now what's to stop people from abusing it? That's my point. when you look at the way liberalism is aggressively trying to destroy society as a whole, and this is why you cannot appease the liberal movement, because liberalism is like, it's like a black hole. It never gets filled up. It just keeps sucking and sucking and sucking in everything that it possibly can. You give them an inch, they take a mile. Now you got Starbucks, who now all of a sudden has sensitivity training to show you that on the inside, even stuff that you're not conscious of. Yeah. Now you're not conscious of your biases, but we're going to train you on your unconscious biases. And I'm saying to myself, how can you train me on my unconscious biases that I might not even be aware of? And then all of a sudden, what are you going to judge me on? You're going to hold me accountable to my unconscious biases? I mean, what does that look like? That's just a big gray area. Unconscious biases. What does that mean? And then sometimes your unconscious biases can help you out. There's some situations where if I'm in a predicament or I'm in an environment where I'm a little concerned for my life, it ain't time to just say, I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to believe that these sinister looking characters over here standing right there doesn't mean me any harm. Let me roll down my window and ask them for directions. Excuse me, can I get directions over to the, oh my God, put the knife down. See, my point is, sometimes you go, I love to get this person or these people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm black. I know this. And this goes all kind of ways. There's been times when I was a young boy, you're down in a real rural area, and I'll be seeing like, okay, that's Confederate flag. Uh-oh. Yeah, when I was younger, I would be like, man, I'm not stopping asking for directions down here. Now, I'm not saying everybody's racist, but I am saying I'm going to err on the side of caution. But it flips the coin, because I've also been in some black neighborhoods, and I'm black, and I'm saying I'm not stopping asking for directions. Shoot, I've seen black people mug other black people. Most of the time, that's the case. So what I'm saying is, those are biases that are built-in mechanisms to keep you alive. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if I'm walking down the street and the dog's behind the cage and he's showing his teeth, I ain't gonna say, well, I don't want to judge him just because he's showing his teeth. Maybe he's smiling at me. My built-in biases are gonna say, if he's going, most likely he's dangerous. So that's a bias that works on my behalf. So what I'm saying is this: liberalism seeks to create a utopian society where humans rise above their humanity, rise above their flaws. We're always going to have some type of flaws in our society, and we have to deal with them case by case. But we can't blanketly just say we're going to attack everybody and we're going to give everybody extra rights. Yes, equal playing ground, but not additional rights and sensitivity approaches towards their situation to where it cripples them and it allows them to be sorry. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when it comes to liberalism, if you create this mind frame that everybody's entitled to be bubble wrapped and all of the rooms that I go in should have pads in safe places and I shouldn't hear anything that I don't like to hear, no, you can't say that to me, because it hurts me on the inside. I don't like conflict. And if conflict comes, it comes from me telling you how you should think. Because if you don't think like we all think, then you're a pig, you're dirty, you're nasty, racist, sexist, homophobe, xenophobe. That's what you are. You're a phobophobery, okay? I'm sick of it. When you have that type of attitude in our society, what you're going to do is enable everybody. People will take advantage of it. People will not even realize that, man, I should have gotten in trouble for this, but they've created a society to where I'm going, well, wait a minute. And I'm going to tell you right now, if I wanted to, right now, the way this is going, being a black person, I could get away with almost anything. Shoot, doing 120 in a 20-mile-per-hour fast. What? I'm sorry, did you pull me over, officer? Well, yeah, you was doing 120 in a 20. Oh, what that got to do with you? Well, sir, you're going to have to step out the car. Oh, it's because I'm black. No, wait a minute. Tell you what, just go ahead. Keep moving. I don't want any trouble. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, anything. Go into the Walmart. They open the cash register. Just reach over and grab a couple hundred, put it in my pocket. Sir, you can't do that. What you talking about? You telling me I can't do stuff because I'm black? But no, that's not what I'm now. That's what it is. It's because I'm black. Now I'm gonna go ahead and call up a couple liberals, have them come down, do some picketing until I feel like I've got my 40 acres in the mule. And they just go, okay, and Walmart, we have to have sensitivity training and let them steal if they like, because we feel that because of all of the oppression that they've been through, they should have the ability to sometimes take what they want, and it should be okay. That's what we're going to have training for. Yeah. So I'm saying we have to be aware of this and not give in to everything that the liberal movement or liberal people whine about, because now you're going to enable everybody in our society. Got to think smart, people. We got to try to keep some integrity in our society. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, and if you like this video, hit like, share it, and find me on Facebook, on Twitter, and all the other good social media outlets. And I will catch you next time in Kevin's Corner. If you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do so. We'll see you next time in Kevin's Corner. God bless.